Hi, welcome to Robyn's Roost. I'm Robyn Rasset, a demonstrator from Minnesota, and today I'm going to show you some fun cards that you can make out of some designer series paper. Now I do have two other cards if you hop on over to my channel, and you can see some of the other cards made with the Wonder of the Season specialty paper. Today we're going to do one that's kind of a collage type card. So let's flip the camera and get started. Okay, if you've watched the other two videos on this series, you've already seen this paper, but I'm just going to go through it really quick in case this is the first time you're seeing it. So the Wonder of the Season specialty paper is foiled on one side and then black and white on the other. Now there's two different colors of foil as well. One is gold and the other is red. So you get the same designs in both the gold and the red. At least I believe you do. Let me look closer. I don't see one of these. Okay, they are different. See, third time around and I'm still learning something new. This is my favorite page. That hasn't changed. And then you'll see on the back side we have, you know, just some newsprint. So they're like, it's like old newspapers, only stepped up to foil. So let's get started on today's card. Ooh, that's shiny. So here is the card that I designed to begin with. And you can see I used the red. And I've just cut different pieces out and basically created a collage and then did a greeting on the top. So let's start. I've kind of cut out a few pieces here to see what we're going to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and start adhering this one because this is the same piece that I started with on my other card. And I know it's going to fit. So I'll start with this one. Layer it on the top, kind of like that top of the world on the top of the card. And we'll leave a little bit of a space. And this is just a Whisper White thick card base. And then we'll go ahead and layer on our next piece. And I see I have them cut not quite the same width. That's okay, it's a collage. Put it in just a hair. Okay, now here's where it gets a little tricky because these pieces don't fit exactly. So I have this Yule log. And I can see I'm going to have to trim this a little bit. Take in my little mini cutter here. Okay, and I'm not going to adhere that down yet because I'm thinking I might end up trimming it a little bit that direction too. Now we've got this cute Dear Mrs. Claus, like an Ann Landers column. And let's see, I think I'm going to cut it about there. And I do find that I sometimes end up with my scissors to get kind of, now where was I? My hauls. Okay. Sometimes I'll end up with the scissors to trim it to the wee teeny little bits. Okay, so now we've got our base on. Now I'm not sure, on my other one, I actually put some vellum paper that I had embossed. This one, I'm kind of liking the look of it without that on it. And I did plan on a little tag on here. But let's think of what else we can do. See, I look at every card and come up with something a little bit different. Now, I did like the foiling, but I kind of would like to leave that December 31st stick out. Let's see what we can come up with. Okay, I'm back from foraging in my scrap pile, and look at the awesome things I came up with. So I found a piece of gold foil and split it in half. So these are about 1/4 of an inch. I'll have to cut them down a little bit. And then I found one of the layering ovals dies that I had cut out for something else. This is all gold foil. And then I had a piece of, I'm not sure if it's copper or brass foil, but I cut one of the deers from the Wonder of the North Pole? North Pole Wonder. I'll get it right. So this set is the one of the dies that goes in the suite with the paper, and it has these awesome tags and a Santa sleigh and some greenery, and my favorite of all, these 2 deer. Now the one has a stamp that matches it, and the other one doesn't have a stamp. It's just for cutting it out. So I'm thinking this looks pretty darn good. So now we just have to adhere it all together. Let me get my silicone sheet again, because I'm going to come in with the liquid glue for these little tiny strips. Oh, I forgot to cut it, didn't I? Well, let's see if we can, before we stick it all the way down, we'll make our scissors nice and sticky this way, won't we? Okay. It's kind of funny. It says ice fishing in Silver Lake. Actually, there is a town called Silver Lake not very far from my house. Kind of a coincidence. Now I'm going to try to keep this down because I want to kind of, well, no, I guess I'm going to cover it anyways. Yeah, I'm going to end up covering my December 31st. I don't know why, I just thought that was cool. Okay, we're going to trim this one before we put the glue on it. Go ahead. Not worry about covering the December. I'm not quite sure why I got hung up on that. Okay. Oh shoot, and then I got glue on there. Gluey fingers. Now we could even pop this up with a dimensional, but these are cards that I'm going to be mailing, so I like to keep them fairly flat. I will get hold of this eventually here. Okay. Center this. See, and then all of our goofy old world ads from the old newspaper are just going to give us some background here. I guess I didn't need any glue on the antlers, did I? I think I am going to grab one of my handy dandy big blocks. With liquid glue, if I start getting too sticky, I like to do that. Just set something on top of it for a minute to get it dry. I would like to give you one more look at it though before we end here. So there. This is one of the collage style cards made using the, oh gosh, Wishes and Wonder specialty paper. Hope you enjoyed it, and stop in tomorrow for another episode of the How Can I Make Lots of Christmas Cards in a Short Time videos. Thanks for stopping.